Today out in Singer, Louisiana, which is in Beauregard Parish on the western portion of the state, the American Red Cross, in addition to the State Fire Marshal's Office and the Puget Fire Department, installed a total of 53 smoke alarms in 22 homes.
I actually became a Red Cross volunteer because of the services and the help that my family and I have received from the Red Cross after Hurricane Rita. And some of my friends from Hurricane Katrina. It was something that we've never experienced before. It was really, really hard for us, and to know that this organization was there without a doubt to help us from the beginning to the end was really rewarding for us. And so I felt that the way that I could repay them, I've given donations in the past, but the way that I could repay them was by paying this forward, by becoming a volunteer and being a help to others who are in need. So it's very rewarding for me to not only respond to these fires or to work, in casework and to deploy different places where these horrific events take place, but this is also very important when we get to go into people's houses and make sure that they're safe, in the different communities, making sure that their homes are safe for for themselves, for their kids, making sure that their communities are safe, that they have the things that they need to make sure that their homes are safe in these horrific events.
We were very fortunate to have you guys allow us to partner with you on this Sound the Alarm event here in Singer, especially, of course, following that fatal fire that we had to investigate at the end of October. The biggest thing for us is trying to take the opportunity to educate people about the importance of smoke alarms. And it was very encouraging to be welcomed into so many homes here in this community. Not only were they aware of this fire, touched by this fire, but they were touched enough to recognize that there could have been a difference in that case, and that they can make that difference happen in their home with receiving our help. And that's what a lot of them did today. To be in such a small community, it really does kind of bring it all home when you're just talking to somebody that you happen to come across and we're putting smoke alarms in there. You talk to them about how they feel about it, and they take a pause and they say, well, I knew that little boy. He was so energetic, he was so sweet, and it was so sad. But this is a perfect opportunity that they felt on their own to take this chance, maybe in his honor, to say, hey, I'm going to try if I can to make sure that doesn't happen in my home. Just as a way to try to make his death not end up in vain. But it's definitely touching to know that it's not something that they just see on the news, or not something that they just hear a neighbor talk about, that there are people who are affected by the loss of this little boy, and that's significant in that people may not think that these things happen to them, but they also don't think that if something did happen to them, the impact that it's going to have on other people and the community. So it was definitely touching to come across somebody like that who could really bring home how important having these smoke alarms are in a home.
The American Red Cross wants to assure everyone is safe within their homes before an emergency happens. With Thanksgiving coming up this week, we want to assure that folks who are cooking, spending time with their loved ones, are safe, and that they have the necessary precautions to make sure that their friends and their family can have a wonderful and a thankful Thanksgiving.